Hello. Hello, hello. I had two people waiting and somebody decided to leave right when I was getting ready to go live. Oops. Oh well. It is what it is. So just give it a minute, have a sip of coffee, and wait for somebody to show up. And if nobody does, I'll stop. Well, there's somebody back. Hello. How are you all tonight? Hi, Paige. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Sleeping okay? Rested? I had a really strange, well, it did start out strange, but it ended up strange. I got my taxes done today, all of them. So the first strange thing is I was doing my mom's taxes after that, which should be really easy. Hey, Heather. Yeah, I bet. I would be too. Anyway, I was working on my mom's, final personal tax return. And you have to put in that they're deceased and all that. All she had was Social Security, right? And not that much. But as it turns out, anybody who was still alive as of January 1, 2020 is apparently eligible for those rebate things. I'm like, are you kidding me? So that requires you to have to fill out this form, and they ask you whether you have a court appointed, representative. Well, no, I talked to the courthouse and they said with what she didn't have, basically, we didn't need to go over there and have the will registered and all that stuff. So I didn't do it. So I don't know if she'll will get it, I'll get it or not. Anyway, that was the first weird thing. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. They're sending out, I thought those rebates were to help the economy, right? Well, it's not going to help someone who can't spend anything anymore. I mean, I could spend it, but yeah, I don't know. So weird. So that was the first thing. Then I had somebody contact me. Hi, Nick. I had somebody contact me on Facebook Messenger, and I was a little leery, but because it was a gentleman asking me questions about, was I this person? Did I go to this school, grow up in this neighborhood kind of thing? I'm like, I didn't know his name. I didn't recognize him at all. He's like four grades younger than me, so he was going into high school as I was graduated. So I don't know. And then I asked, and he was asking about another friend of mine that was my best friend growing up. I'm like, this is really wacky. So I messaged her and said, do you know this person? And she didn't know him either. I'm like, ugh. Anyway, long story short, I think he's okay. But it just scared me because you never know. People are stealing people's accounts and, but I'm like, how did he even find me? Because my last name is not my maiden name. That was the weird part. Anyway, I digress. That was my afternoon. So by the time I got up here to the craft room, it was like, I don't know, 3:30 or something. I managed to get a couple cards pulled together. Couple announcements first. This month's Paper Pumpkin, which normally starts billing on the 11th, was delayed in getting started billing because they hadn't received some of the components for the kits. But I know that mine billed today, which is the 14th. So really just like 2 days late because the 11th was a Sunday. So they're starting the billing and shipping of the Paper Pumpkin kits called So Cool, which those colors are off, as I say every time. So now it's time to batter up. If you guys like baseball, I wish I had this for our sports cards last month, right? Anyway, this is what the Paper Pumpkin kit is. It's going to be 9 cards in coordinating envelopes. It's going to have classic colors. As you can see, it looks like maybe Misty Moonlight or Night of Navy. And probably real red and white. Anyway, and it's going to have bubble gum in it. Who doesn't love bubble gum? I haven't had it in ages, actually, so that would be a treat. And of course, a stamp set and everything. So make sure you sign up by the 10th of May if you have baseball lovers, or just nice to make masculine cards for, you know, the special people in your life. Knock it out of the park. Hi, Renee. So that's that. And then just an announcement. I'll move this paper. You know, we're having all these shipping delays, you know, ship stuck in the whatever canal, Suez Canal or whatever. As a result of that, the July to December mini catalog is actually going to start effective August, because they're not going to have all the products here for the demonstrator pre-order for June. It's all going to be delayed by a month. So the July to December mini catalog is going to be effective August to December. And so your sales period will be 3 August to 3 January. And the celebration, which was going to be July and August, will now be 3 August to 30 September. Yeah, I'm totally okay with it, because it gives us, A, more time to save up for the pre-order. And secondly, yeah, more time to play with the annual stuff before we're already having to show the mini catalog. It's like boom, boom, boom. It seems like, I don't know. I'm not sure I'm loving this, having a mini at the same time. Well, it's just because the shipping it's a worldwide issue. So other companies are suffering as well. But that's why, because even though they pre-ordered stuff, you know, ordered stuff long ago to try and get it here in time for the demonstrators to be able to pre-order, it's not going to make it in time now. So anyway, just so you know, it's still going to be titled the July to December mini catalog, but they are going to manage to print the new effective dates on it. So that should stop with the confusion. Well, keep in mind that the annual catalog goes effective May. So May, June, July. It gives you 3 months to order stuff from the new annual catalog, because there's lots of goodies in there. Especially the in colors, and there's other goodies too. One of them I'm going to show you tonight, but not that many. I think that's about it. I just wanted to let you know that, because I know people really love Celebration. I do too. Hi, Cindy. So, you know, you can save up a little bit and maybe get more stuff in Celebration, which this time, the January, February Celebration, they were trying to keep it to like paper and stamps, things they could produce more here because of the delays then. But this one is supposed to include more of like sets with dies and punches or whatever. I don't know, because I haven't seen any of it. So that is that announcement. Tonight, I had trouble getting started. I have like a whole stack of stamp sets over here. And somebody had requested me to use the Dragonfly set. So I pulled that out and I thought, well, I'll start with that. And I ended up doing like 3 or 4 cards with that. But I did bring in one new thing, and I'll show you that. 2 new things. And that's about it. So that's what we're going to do tonight. So this is in the mini catalog now. It's on page 24, 25, 26, and 27 of the mini catalog. And I had originally said that the Garden Wishes bundle was continuing. It's not. All the stamp and the dies are, but the bundle is not. But the Dragonfly Garden bundle is going to continue. So if you want to wait until, you know, next month to get it, you can. But I would not wait on the Garden Wishes one, which is the one we're going to use first, actually, because the bundle price goes away on that one. So really pretty set, and we are going to use, the other thing that's going away is the Memories and More cards and envelopes, which we're using on the first card. Pretty much all the paper and the Memories and More cards and the ribbon and the ladybugs are going away. So we're going to use the paper. We're going to use the Memories and More cards and envelopes. And then we're going to use the Garden Wishes stamp set and die. How's everybody else doing? Hope you're good. It's a dreary, rainy, cold day here. So this is the first card. These are really pretty envelopes. I don't know if you remember seeing them. These cards and envelopes come as a pack. I have them here somewhere, and I am keeping them in an old wood stamp case, and I have tons of them left. So the card looks like this with all the little dandelion wish things on it. And then the envelope has this lining just on the flap, and then this cute design on the outside. So we're going to use that for our first card because I have lots of them. Lots of them. So what I did, oops, stick that back in there. I didn't do anything on the inside of this one. Oh well. Okay. So we have the envelope. We can set that aside. We have the card. And this paper is out of the Dandy Garden Designer Series paper. It's 6x6 paper, and it's a 2.5 by 6-inch strip of paper. And we're just going to glue it down right about there. And then we're going to use the Stamparatus. Actually, this is die cut out of the brand new, loving them already, Scalloped Contours dies. There is a stamp set that goes with them, color and contour stamp. I'm not using that, but I'm using the second largest scallop die. And then we're actually going to use with it, and it works beautifully, the Stitch So Sweetly dies, the largest one. Okay, and you can see, maybe, this is the new one, and this is the smaller, the original one out of the Stitch So Sweetly. But first we're going to use the Stamparatus. So let me leave this out because we're going to need that. And then before they completely go away, if they haven't already, I'm using my layering ovals. I think it was this one. I can't get a hold of them because they're scalloped too. Yeah, that one for the Misty Moonlight. This is Misty Moonlight, by the way. And we're going to use this one, which I'll leave out, for the Wishing You the Best. And that's the layering ovals, item 151771. Yeah, don't they? They fit perfectly together. I was so happy with that. All right, so let's get the Stamparatus up here. Ta-da! Then I see I have ink all over it. I forgot to clean my other chamois, and this one's sort of semi-wet, so we'll use it. Anyway, I see some ink there. I'm out of room. I don't know where to go. All right, let me, I forget. Oh, that's not good. Heather. There's only one more, what? Bundle in a, oh. Yeah. All right. How I did this the first time. I kind of want it bottom, so maybe I put it all the way up. I did. So right about there. So I'm going to put this down carefully so as not to break it. And the reason I'm using the Stamparatus is because I need two colors. And because this is red rubber, I can't really see through it. So we're going to try and mask off a little bit first. And we're going to use Bumblebee and Mossy Meadow on this. And we might actually use our Stampin' Right markers too. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm actually putting tape over this. Like that. This purple tape that I can't stand. I really can't. Tears my paper a lot. So we're just going to use Mossy Meadow. Now you could also, in fact, we may end up doing it. You could also just use your markers to color it. And depending on how it gets on here, we might do that. In fact, I probably will, for that stem goes up into that flower. Let's see how it goes. Oh, that's too late. Ah, look what I did. Okay, do as I say, not as I do. Remember to take your tape off. Hi, honeybees. Oh, I'm just doing great. I'm off to a good start. Not. Boop. Like that. Take your tape off. Because if you don't, you get a big blobby mess. And now I got it further over, but it'll do. I'm going to do it one more time on the stems. I think my Mossy Meadow must need a re-inking. Oh, now Paige gave me something. Thank you, Paige. This works great. I ignored you. Were you telling me use this thing? Oh, you were telling me get rid of the tape. Or both. All right, there we go. That's better. Thank you for yelling at me. Oh, now I'm getting ink on my fingers. I'm doing good tonight. I'll tell you. Got Mossy Meadow finger polish there. Now we're going to use Bumblebee, but I have to clean my stamp too first here. I wouldn't have to, but I don't really want to get Mossy Meadow in my Bumblebee ink. Squeak, squeak, squeak. All right. Now I'm going to get a clean tape. I could use sticky notes, but I actually have the tape more readily accessible. And I don't really need to do the bottom part because I'm just going to be careful and actually right there. Okay. I just hope this whole situation in the world goes away soon. I am so ready. Yeah, I did it again. Did you yell at me again, Paige? It's not too bad though. I'm gonna make do with that. All right. I know, Eek. I'm tired. I think I'm just, I don't know. I'm out of it today. Tired. I think the taxes made my brain mush. I finished my federal, my state, and my local, and got them submitted. And I did Mom's, but I didn't mail them because I just can't. I went on the IRS website, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Nope. She should be eligible for this. I'm like, okay. I'm just like afraid if I submit that, they're going to come after me later and say, no, you got to pay that back. And I'm going to be like, no, I looked at your website and it said it was okay. Now, what I did on the first one, I took a little finger dauber with some Bumblebee and I just went in and darkened the middle just a little bit, just a wee little bit. Just a wee little bit right in there. You could also do that on the stamp, but I don't really think we need to. Just like that. I think that's enough, actually. You were looking on. Oh, hi, Gail. Welcome. Yeah, I don't do Facebook Lives, generally speaking. So you see, this stem goes way up into there. I'm going to use the dark and just take it right up into there. In the Mossy Meadow blends. First time I used the light on the stem, and then I had to go over it with dark because I didn't like it. And I don't do real fancy schmancy coloring like Gail does. I have to watch your lives on Saturdays, Gail, and get better at stamping. How are you doing? It's a pleasure to have you here, actually. I'm a little nervous. I already did boo-boos. Paige was already yelling at me, even though I couldn't hear her, so that's probably a good thing. It's like, Deb, get your act together. We're using the Dandy Garden thing for most of tonight. Not all of it. Well, yeah, sort of all of it. Yeah, right, me too. Getting ready for your live? Oh no. Oh, I hope she doesn't. Ugh. I get my second shot on April 30th, but you know, they said it takes a couple weeks to even have that be effective. And of course, this area has been bad like forever. But I'm in southeastern Pennsylvania, and I don't know. I think I'm still going to be, you know, social distancing, wearing a mask, all that jazz for, oh, I don't know, probably till next year. The way things are going. So I had a really funny thing happen with my dark mossy meadow earlier. I'm glad it didn't happen on the live. Well, yet. When I pulled the cap off for the nib end, this whole piece came out and the tube came flying out that has all the color in it. Oh. Well, that's good that it wasn't bad. That's really the only thing that they say it prevents you from getting it bad if you know, you might have if you're at risk. I do have some underlying stuff, so I'm getting, well, I already got the first one, so I'm gonna get the second one. And I did okay with the first one, but I wouldn't get that one that's single dose just because. All right, so now we have to do a little bit of other stamping. We have to do our little flowery spray. But I have to watch this because I need the Stitch So Sweetly die. Kind of want to make sure I don't go, you know, too far out up here. So just a little bit there, and then a little bee over here. So let's do our little floofy things first. Yeah, actually Gail's one of the, I don't know if she's one of the first, but she's one that I watch more frequently for technique and stuff. You're good at technique. Different techniques. And I like the artsy stuff. Like, I'm not good at scene building, and you are great at that. So, yeah, I did research this second one. I think I'll be all right. It's the one that's the one dose that is the big problem. So, and it's really, if you get the first one without the second dose, it's really not very effective. So, all right, now this guy, we're doing in Memento Tuxedo Black. And we're just going to try and get him down here close onto those little things. That's pretty good. It's a little bit light, but it's okay. I could have done that one on the Stamparatus too. So let's color him in. And we don't have a Bumblebee Stampin' Blend, so I'm going to use dark Daffodil Delight for his little sections here. I'm sad that Mango Melody is going away, because I usually like that for my flower centers and all that, but I'll just have to use Daffodil Delight. And then we will use Misty Moonlight Light. Make sure I got the right one. Nope, that's Night of Navy. This must be it. Yep. Oh, well, that's good. My daughter was scheduled to get that one because they just opened it up to everybody in our county now. And she was going to get that, and they canceled it on her because of blood clotting issues. So said, yeah, go with one of the other ones. So she's actually scheduled to get the same one I've been getting. I hope the second dose goes okay. My friend just got her second dose this morning. That was the other weird thing that happened. But she said she was okay. She had a little tiredness and everything, but took a little nap and was fine afterwards. So I don't know. I guess everybody's different, you know. You have to do what's right for you. I'm going to put a little bit of Wink Estella on those wings, which I don't think I did on the first one, but I feel like I have to. And then wipe it off. And then we're going to, you know what? I think I need a little more yellow on that guy. Right down here. Okay. There we have it. All right. Well, let me get my favorite haha purple tape. Oh my gosh. I didn't know that, Heather. Yeah. That one I don't really. Well, the only thing I can think of, Paige, is that it looks pretty similar to Dark Daffodil Delight. And I don't know. The thing is, I don't know what's coming in the new mini that, like we mentioned, is going to be delayed. So who knows? You know, I don't know. And maybe because they want to keep a certain number and they brought in all 5 of the new in colors in blends. I can tell you though, when I look at my thing, it looks like I have 1/3 greens and like Bermuda blues and stuff like that. And then the rest is oranges, yellows, and pinks and purples and stuff. So, oh, wow. Wow, you have to be careful too, Cindy. Yeah, see, it just depends. Of course I keep my retired colors. I do, in blends especially, and markers, and I never get rid of my retired inks, blends, or markers. I just don't. Maybe one day I will, but I just kind of, for 1 year, the last 2 sets of in colors that retired, I keep over here in front of me on my shelf, just in case. And one of the reasons I don't get rid of them is because of when I first started, they did a color revamp, and some of it said returning colors. So I keep them thinking maybe one day they're going to return some of them. I don't use them that often because I just don't have time. I would if I had time to do non-demonstration cards kind of thing. But I also make jewelry, and I have a jewelry channel, and between that and doing this, I just really don't have time. But that's why I keep them. Now, stamp sets and stuff like that, I only keep my personal favorites, things that I don't have, that I don't feel like will be back right away anytime soon. And same with the papers. The papers I'm getting better about not keeping, although I've got like a box of retired stuff to my right and down in my other room to the left, and I have to do something about. But the papers I'm getting better about. I used to be like, but I really like that paper, and now I'm like, yeah, but they'll have something else you'll really like. So, yeah. What do you do with them, Gail? Do you get rid of them? Well, you have Copics and stuff too. So, see, yeah, thank you. And then we're going to put a sentiment right here so that white space will go away. I thought it looked really cute. All right, let's just use our glue and get this down first with the bees. We're all abuzz with the bees, and I think this glue is about done. Hang on. Just got me all inky, gluey. Nope, there we go. I did bring up an extra bottle of glue just in case. Thank you, Paige. I'm just going to put that not quite a ½ inch from the edge of this Memories and More card. Now, if you don't have those and you have a background stamp, you could do the same thing. There's a couple really pretty new background stamps coming. Hint, hint. I showed you one, the spiral die one. Maybe we'll play with that at the end because you know, growing up in the 60s and 70s, tie-dye was in. You get rid of them? Yeah, Seaside Spray is nice. It is nice. And I actually have grown to really like Rococo Rose too. Because we don't have like that soft muted pink color. I don't know. I like the bright pinks too. All right, so I'm just going to glue this down, not bump it up, but I am going to bump the sentiment one up once we stamp that and die cut it. So this is a pretty easy card to make. I didn't even use any ribbon on it. Wow, are you amazed? I kind of got to thinking, you know, if you go to a store and buy a card, do they have ribbons on them? Not usually. Sometimes just a tiny little bow or something. I don't know. Do people like ribbons on cards? So we're going to stamp with Misty Moonlight, wishing you all the best. Hi, Mary. Welcome. Vancouver, Washington. Wow. You're all the way on the other side of the country from me. Oh, boy. I don't know if this is going to work. Let's do it this way. As you can see, I'm using a scrap. Yeah, that worked. I was afraid I was going to get lines because I have kind of a mess going on that stamp. All right, I didn't glue that real good either. So I'm going to turn around. I could do this in the mini, but I'm not. I'm going to be lazy again. I just don't have a whole lot of room on my desk. I have more room on my desk when I'm not doing the live because my computer's not on it. But now I have this new lamp tripod here. Yeah, I do have a lot to get rid of as well. I'll be right back, turning around. So what time is your live, Gail? Probably soon, I'm guessing. Yours is doing the same thing. Oh. My machine is okay. Every now and then I get a little edge imprint, but you see this tape? Ugh, I really don't like this tape. But I don't want to, there we go. Now it'll probably tear this white. It's going to make a liar out of me. It didn't tear it that time. It usually does. Okay, let me put my die up there. Let's stick this together. I think I used the wrong one for the blue. Uh-oh, let me get my ovals out. I think I did. Or maybe I used the wrong one for the white. I think I used the wrong one for the white. Yeah. All right. Let's redo that. I used the smallest one, and I should have used the second smallest one for the white. And let me just make sure. I think I used the right one for the blue. Okay. Let me find a different scrap. All right. Sorry. See, I'm kind of not with it here tonight. Yeah, I know. Gail's cards are great. half an hour. So everybody's going to leave and go watch Gail. I understand. It's okay. I'll forgive you. Thank you for the thumbs up, whoever did that. I appreciate that. Especially as weird as I'm doing tonight. Be right back. Mistakes are opportunities. Yes, that's true. Purple. We have purple. Because it doesn't want to peel off. There we go. All right. Let's see if that's better. That's better. I could save that other one and use it for something else. No, I don't have a button one. I have a big kick. I had a big shot. No, I had a big kick and now I have a big shot, but I also have the Stampin' Up one. Because my big kick broke and it was before the Stampin' Up one was available because it was delayed or something. I forget. All right, so we're going to put this up on dimensionals. And I just do 4. And then we're going to add a little gold bumblebee. They're so cute. And they don't sting. I put this over just a little too far, but it's okay. We'll manage it. We'll manage it. All right, where's my trinkets? Trinkets. Little gold wonders. The cricket is, wait, the cricket is the same as the new big one? Yeah, I bought both of them too. And I probably would use the little one more. That guy's flying down to there. He's getting the nectar out of the little flower. And now the last thing we're going to do is just add retiring in color. Dots in Misty Moonlight. Pop. Maybe. I don't know why. I had the darndest time getting these off of this sheet. There we go. I think we'll still put one over here and one down here. And I did put one here. Yeah, maybe I still will. There we go. Got to do it in odd numbers always. It's my thing. I know, aren't they? Well, honeybees, of course they're cute. They are cute. Okay. There we go. Card number 1. Not so hard, right? Easy peasy. Tonight's cards are easy. I will say that. Fairly easy. I mean, they're not. That wasn't difficult, right? Except for the masking that Deb didn't master. Thank you, Paige. I thought it was cute, but I like yellow and blue together, so. And you know what? I really like the size of the large memories and more cards. Whether you get the set that just has white for the little cards, and then you get the what are these? 4x6, 4.5 by. There, yeah, about 4.5 by 6.5, 6.25, something like that. Is that right? Did I do that right? Yep, 4.5 by 6.25. They're just a little bigger than the A2. But that said, we're going back to A2 for the next one. And we're going to use a different colorway than what I prepared. And it's another super easy one. And there it is. Okay, so I didn't use the Dandy Garden paper. I used the Brights DSP in the wood grain that's retiring. But I used that new die set again. I can tell I'm going to be loving that die set. But this time I used the largest one. This is the Scalloped Contours dies that goes with the Color and Contour stamp set. And there is a bundle in the new catalog coming up. And this is the die. And it cuts out these larger scallops. So I happen to have a piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock laying here. And I also happen to have pre-cut self-sea foam. And I just die cut this out of the wood grain Brights. Because when do you see wood grain in Bermuda Bay color? I mean, come on. Oh, hi, Candy. Welcome. All the way from, is it Australia or New Zealand? Yeah, even I wasn't going to get the stamp set because it was okay. But I ended up getting the bundle, but I can tell I'm going to be using these dies like all the time because the only thing really in the dies that goes with the stamp set are these two flower pieces. But the dies I'm going to be using. Okay, so then let's enter another new product here. Well, not new, but so this is the Brights DSP, and then we have these, I don't know what they're called, but they're, hang on, let me check. Dandy Garden something. Dandy Laser Cut paper. It's number 154300, and it's retiring. So you get 2 sheets, and I'm using this circle, which I had 2 of, so yay. And let's see, and the Dragonfly punch, stamp and punch. So let's do that. Now also I cut another piece of soft sea foam, but I didn't do the inside on that yet. This one though, I didn't have another sheet of the wood grain in Bermuda Bay, so I brought out Pacific Point because that's in the Brights too, and I got to use it. So I thought that would look okay. But the first thing we're going to do is stamp on this and color it, and stamp the Dragonfly, color it. Oops, this is my printer testing that's still not working right. I need printer recommendations, not that I can really afford to get a new one just yet. I am going to take this apart. It comes apart because we're going to color this one in Balmy Blue, I hope this is. Yes. And we don't have Pacific Point in the blend, so we're just going to use Balmy Blue because on this one I use soft sea foam and Bermuda Bay, but I don't like how the Bermuda Bay, it doesn't show up against the Bermuda Bay, so we're just going to use, maybe we'll use dark Balmy Blue. Let me see. I don't know. Yeah, the dyes are beautiful. Actually, I'm going to go with the light, and I might just use the dark on the little berry things or something. Yeah, I didn't get the hippos either. I just got the dyes. And that's Heather's fault. She talked me into that. Australia. Okay. Thank you. She might not have meant to do that, but it's not nice to blame people, is it? But, I just watched her over and over using that dye and saying how much she loved it. And I got looking at it and thinking, yeah, that's a good set. Except for I have all those little hippos and things that, you could probably just use your dye-based ink and a dauber or something, and it would probably be faster and maybe not waste all this ink. But, oh well, I'm using blends. It's what I have right in front of me, easy access. So we'll do this. I think it'll show up against the background. Let's see. doesn't make much of a difference. We'll put some dark on there too. You could color the little flowery things yellow if you wanted to, but I'm just doing two tones. Two tones. Simple card making, Deb says. Beep. Plus, I don't use the brush that much, so good opportunity here to use the brush. All right, I think I am going to take the dark and just dab a little bit on the little berries here and make them dark, a little bit darker, but they'll be the same shade. And maybe just the berries on, or the edges of this too. I don't know. Make it cutesy. Now, if you don't like the laser cut look, you can take the Stampin' Right marker and just go around the edges, inside and out if you want. But be careful you don't get lines on it like I just did. Ooh, that's brighter. Look at that. You shouldn't mix your alcohol markers and your blends, but I kind of like that. It's a little darker. It's closer to the dark Stampin' Blend. That'll make it pop off the page a little more. And then I think I'm going to just go around the edge of this too. If you hear snoring in the background, it's not me. It's either one of you or my cat. No, kidding. She kind of wheezes, snores. I don't know. I think the emergency vet that other week was right. I think she's older than what they told me. What they guessed when I rescued her. But it's okay. I love her anyway. Because she's old like me. All right, can't get that back in. I'll just lay it there. All right. So now we have to stamp on here. And I need the little dragonflies. And I need Pacific Point ink too. Bye, Gail. Have a great live. Yeah, I have a semi-fresh cup of coffee. It's kind of getting cold, and I don't like cold coffee. All right, so we have this, and we need Balmy Blue. Trying to reach. It's hard to reach my ink now because my lamp tripod is in the way. So what I'm going to do, let me stamp these little. I think we're going to stamp them off. Just make them light in the background. A few of those, okay. And then we did that one. We did. Oh, I have to find the other sentiment. Here it is. We're going to use thank you for your kindness. Let's do it this way. And then we'll close these up so I don't end up wearing them. Well, we've corresponded. I'm not sure if she's going to want to. But that's up to her. We'll leave it up to her. Yeah, I would think she'd be a great addition to the collabs. But you know how we don't actually do demos like this on the collabs. That's part of the issue. I said, well, you can do what Heather does and do the show and tell and then do a live or something after to do the demo. But I don't know if she's going to be interested in that. So we'll see. We'll let her think on it. Okay, so now what I did is I glued this down. See how light those got? Let me go over that again a little bit with this. Because it really, the blends don't color it as much as the writes, but I don't want it all to be as dark as the border because then it won't show up against the background. I'm just going to give it a little more, a second dose of color. I don't know. These are the kinds of things I forget I have, and just needed to pull them out and use it. So I'm just going to dab a little wet glue on here now. If this was a die, I could have used adhesive sheet. But that's another thing I forget I have sometimes. I do like it for word dies or really intricate dies. All right, good enough. There. And then the center part we're going to bump up. Yeah, easy peasy. Right. That's what I said. So I told her that. So we'll see. I don't know. It's up to her. Honestly, maybe this isn't the right way to approach things the way we're doing it with the collabs, because maybe you just get more viewers if you always demo. I don't know. Okay, now the thing with this colorway is we don't have any, I don't think we have any bling that matches, but I'm thinking, oh, and by the way, on this one, we have to do the inside first too. This one I used the brand new Genial Gems. I think I'm going to love them. This is actually mint macaron, but I thought it worked really well with the soft sea foam. And this is the new pale papaya. So you can see I've already used some. This I can't show you the card I used it on yet. But let's see if I have something in here. We could use these new ones. We could use those last few Coastal Cabana. Let's use those and get rid of them. The last few Coastal Cabana in the holiday rhinestones, which are carrying over. That's great because I love the holiday rhinestones. I'm actually going to put one here because I can. And it looks right, and there's nothing there. And I think I'm going to put the other one on here too. Right there. All right. So on the inside, I thought what we'd do is just stamp more of these little butterflies, dragonflies, but this time in, clean that off good, in the Pacific Point. Let me check that because we got a line going on that stamp. All right, hang on. Thank you, Cindy. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I thought the scallop really makes it, right? Yeah, kind of got that off. I actually think that might be all I'm going to do on that. Just a few butterflies going off the corner there. Dragonflies, Deb. And let's do that in Bermuda Bay on this one since I didn't do it yet. But I have that out still. And then we'll just glue both insides in. Now you could just use some of the paper, but I wasn't feeling like doing that tonight on these. Oh, that was a tough one to clean. See if I can get it up a little further this time. put another one over here. Yeah. I didn't like that so much. Do it the way I did it the first time. There we go. Okay. So we'll just glue those in, and then those will be finite. Let me put my inks away because I'm running out of room. Okay, let's glue these in. Get rid of this. Then we have, I don't know, the next cards I didn't really finish, so we'll see. We'll see. This is just a piece of soft sea foam. I think soft sea foam and Bermuda Bay go really pretty together, which I didn't really think of. I just happen to have, I have a little bin of pre-cut stuff here, which is getting a little low, actually. I didn't think of that, but, you know, I put that behind there. I'm like, oh, that makes it pop, so let's use that. Anyway. All right, so what are y'all having for dinner? When I came up here with my computer the second time, all right, so there's 2 cards. Oh, we didn't do our dragonfly. Good grief. Were you yelling at me again? Bring that Pacific Point back. Now, on this one, I used Bermuda Bay and I colored it in with soft sea foam. So we'll do the same thing. Good grief. Let's get a piece of cardstock. Leftover pizza. Well, when I first came up here, I made chili. Was it yesterday? I don't know. Yes, I guess so. No, it was 2 days ago. So we have leftover chili. I had it for lunch, but my son heated it up right when I came upstairs to like 15 minutes before it was go live time. And my desk, where I'm sitting here now, is right above where the microwave is in the kitchen. So all I could smell was the chili. Anyway, so this works with this punch, the Dragonfly punch. Now, I don't understand why they gave us this little one, because nothing in the paper matches it exactly to cut it out. And there's no stamp for it yet, anyway. So, but I guess you can just cut them out of different color papers, but it punches out whatever you have. You can have little bits of dragonfly confetti. So let's get our balmy blue light back here again. 10 a.m. Thursday morning. Lunch is coming up. Ah, so we're talking about pizza making you hungry and other food. Oh, that's pretty. Of course, I like it because it's blue. And Bermuda Bay sort of teal. Blue-green. My favorite colors, besides turquoise. This is sort of turquoisey looking, though. Balmy blue on Pacific Point. So one of the very first Stampin' Up! Inks I bought in, you know, it probably was in 2018, just around the time I started being a demo, or maybe just before, was at a yard sale. And it was Tempting Turquoise, I think was the name of it. And the lady had, it was in, it was about 40 minutes away, 40, maybe an hour away. Anyway, she had the refill too. So I got them both. And that's another one I won't get rid of because, you know, turquoise is my favorite color. Hi, Judy. It's okay. Here's what we've done so far. We're finishing this card because I forgot to do the dragonfly. But these are the ones. These are done with Memories and More cards from the Dandy Garden Suite. We're still using the Dandy Garden Suite, but this is that laser cut paper and the dragonfly. And I just about forgot to put my dragonfly on. And nobody was yelling at me. Everybody's distracted. Or possibly went to watch Gail. Gail was here. She's a better known demonstrator. Let me put it that way. Very popular and very talented, very good at coloring techniques and stuff. We're going to put a little bit of glue just on the tail because that's going to stick onto here. And I should have done this before I put my bling on because now the bling might be in the way, but we'll see. And you could put bling on your dragonfly. I'm just going to use a little wink of Stella on its wings. I think it'll be all right. It's heading up to see what that dot in the sky is. It's going towards the light. So where's my wink of Stella? Yeah, mini celebrity. There you go. Maybe not as big a celebrity as my upline, but getting there. Getting there. And she's on the East Coast, which I for some reason, I thought she was in California, but she's not. She's on the East Coast, a little farther away than me. So there is the one we just did. Cute. I think it's cute. I like these cards. Simple, but, you know, I wouldn't mind getting those. Yeah, she's in Florida. All right, so here's our choices for next ones. This is another one of those laser pieces out of the stuff I showed you that I can't find now. Here it is. The Dandy laser papers. It has these things, but it had this, and at some point I used blending brushes or sponge daubers or something on it. So I thought we'd use that. And also, I already had these 3 dragonflies cut. These 2 were out of the paper, the designer series paper. This one looks like I stamped it in Bumblebee. And I wanted to put one of these here and one up here and have something in the middle, but I haven't figured out what yet, what sentiment. And then I had actually stamped or die cut this because I was originally going to use this paper on here, but I didn't like it. So when I flipped it over, it's got this Calypso coral, and I thought, how cute is that? So just put it on Calypso coral and white, and I already had this dragonfly, so now we just need to figure out what kind of image or sentiment or whatever to put on there. Yeah, the dragonfly is really pretty. Thank you, Paige. A 3-day drive for you, which means, well, yeah, she's like one and a half. I don't know. It depends on where she is in Florida, actually. I know to get to Disney from here, we'd have to drive nonstop for 16 hours, something like that. I took the train there. No, 24 hours. And I took the train there once, and it was 16 hours. And I swore I'd never do that again. Never, ever, ever. It's just a long ride on a train with children, even if you have a sleeping compartment. I didn't sleep. All right, so let me bring the stamp sets in that we're using. We have Happy Thoughts we could use. Hang on. Oh, I know what I want to do. On this one, all right, we're going to do this one first because I want to bring in the Dandelion 3D embossing folder. And I thought maybe I would put ink on the embossing folder and see how that turns out. So let's try that. And by the way, this is carrying over to the new annual catalog also. So yay. And then we'll have to see how, is that going to be too big? I'm going to have to cut it down. So we'll do the image and then we'll cut some of it off. All right. Well, you'd have to stop and see me on the way, Heather, because I'm on the way. And then we could do the rest of the journey together. That's not going to work. I have to stop that. I'm going to have to get a sponge thingy. Oh, our sponges are going away, but our blending brushes aren't. So let me get a brush. I have them right behind me. Do I have an orange one? I do. I have an orange one. Look. Let's see if that'll work. Yeah. I don't know if I really want it to be real pale, but I mean real dark. We'll see how it does. And then I actually can make it two-tone-ish. And do I want to, yeah, I'll put some green down over the stems too. So let me get a green one. I know I have a green one. What color green? Mossy Meadow again? I guess so. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Just drive on down 95 south. I'm a little bit of a detour off 95, but not much. I hate that road though. I really do. But it's the best way to get down there, I think, unless you want to take the scenic route. All right, let's see how this does. I don't know. I might have just made a big mess, but we'll see. All right, let's try it. I'll be right back. I'm going to use plate 1 and 4. If I can unbury it on this mess of a pile I have here. Let's see if it worked. So like you were doing earlier, Heather, I'm experimenting now too. And we shall see. It's really pale and kind of blotchy. Not sure I like that. I have to add a little more color. I think I would have liked it better. Ooh, I know what to do. All right, I need another piece of paper. And I have to clean my thing. I'm gonna, but then it won't show up as much. I'm thinking I want to have these stay white and do the background orange, but then that's what this is. So I don't know if I'm going to like that. Let's just do it in white and see. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? All right. Clean off my thing. You know, a baby wipe would probably work better, huh? Let me get a baby wipe. A wet wipe. Actually, these are truly baby wipes, though. Ooh, they get in that little groovy thing there. They're groovy. And it stained it. Uh-oh. I might have to wash that with soap and water later. Oh, so well. I figure, you know what? We still have through June to use the mini catalog stuff. So I'm going to mix and match. So I'm using some new and some old. Some days I'll be using new stamp sets with old other stuff. So I'm going to mix and match because, yeah, I mean, we can't forget this mini catalog. And actually, I should be using stuff out of the annual because it goes away first. And don't forget the last chance specials. All right, clean piece of paper. My thing is stained, which actually is helping me see where they are. Let me run that through plain, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I do too. I always do that, though. I do that every time, no matter the catalog. And I'm actually kind of thankful about the announcement I did in the beginning that the mini is going to be effective August, because that gives me another month to save money up for the pre-order. Anyway, let's see how we like doing this now. I don't know. This was an idea that maybe isn't going to work out. I think I'll cut this down. I might just leave it white and have the orange dragonfly, but I have to cut this down so it fits in here. So let me get those dies again. Those new dies. Where did I put them? Here they are. I have them out still. The color and contour dies. So this is the one I used for the orange piece. So this is the one I have to use for this one to have it fit. And I really mostly want that big blossom there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. It is going to cut off some of those, but it's okay. I don't think we're still having vendor shows, Heather. So you're actually really lucky you even get to do those. I don't know. I think, at least I haven't gotten any email notices about any. I need to call the nursing home tomorrow, actually. Because A, I have a ton of cards I want to take up there. And B, I want to see if there's any chance that they're going to have their show in November. Probably not, I'm guessing. But, I don't know, maybe. Okay, and then have a pop of, I don't know. I feel like I should have done something with the background. On this. I almost hate covering up that paper. Do you think I should color them with a dauber or something? I think I need to do something to have that show up. Maybe I'll use yellow. Should I use yellow? Decisions. Just a little yellow on here. Faint yellow. I'm going to ruin it again, I can tell. I already had a little bumblebee on this. That's all right. We'll give it a little pop of color. Just a little pop. A little too much there. Notice I'm using a finger dauber, not on my finger. Okay, well now it looks like I need something for the stems too. I think if I was going to do this a third time, I would do it so the background would end up being like Pool Party or something, or Balmy Blue. I don't know if I'll do the stems. I think I'm just going to have this guy kind of coming in here like this. And then maybe the sentiment across the bottom. So we need to pick a sentiment. Okay, stamp sets. Let's see what we have. You are an inspiration. Thank you for your kindness. We did already use that once right here. Wishing you all the best. We already used once. Let's see what's in the Happy Thoughts one. How about just that thank you? I think we'll just use that thank you. Yeah, that would be pretty. Emboss in white. Yeah, but it's hard to, you mean with white ink? Heat emboss? I don't know. I'll have to play around with that more too. See, I haven't used it that much. All right, we're going to use thank you. And which means I need another block. And there's actually a cute little die in here too. I don't know how it's going to fit or look. And I can't get it out. I don't have these on magnet sheets. I got to the point where I'm only putting magnet sheets on some. And this will probably be one I do. I don't know if will thank you fit in there? Yeah, not really. Shoot. Will this thank you fit in there? Maybe. Oh boy. Maybe I should get the color and contour stamp set and see if there's any sentiments in there that'll fit. Hang on. Where is it? Color and contour. Here we go. And this is what the color and contour stamp set goes that looks like that. But they don't look like they'll fit in that little thing either. So, I might try the thank you. We're going to try it. We're going to try it and see. I don't know. And you mean in the Dandy Garden and the Dragonfly, whatever it is? Where's that die? That'll work. Although maybe I should have stamped in Heat Embossed in white on I got a mess here. On Calypso Coral is what I'm trying to say. Because we have white in the background, I'm not sure I still like that yellow on there. Well, let me die cut this and see what I think. After I do it, I could always put ink around the edges with a marker. I'll probably do that. Told you it was Wing It Wednesday. Get it? Wing it. The sentiment space is bigger than the opening. That'll work. I just need a piece of Calypso Coral behind it. It's a little crooked though. I might have to do it again. Let me get a piece of Calypso Coral, which I do have here. Some scraps. Now let me see what size that is actually. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I guess I will. So that is a little bit more than 2.5. It's about 2.5 by 1 3/16. Jeez, I don't know if I can cut that good. 3.5. 3.5. Nope, gotta go this way. By 1 3/16. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it because I kind of want something showing behind. That doesn't look right. I think it was 2.5, wasn't it? Yeah. Measure twice, cut one step. Out of it tonight. Out of it. So out of it. Goofy day. Yeah, see how nice that looks? If it wasn't crooked. I don't like the yellow on there. Ugh. I'm going to have to do it again. Cut out the sentiment. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I could, but I don't like fussy cutting, especially not words. You like it? I'm going to re-stamp that though because it's crooked. I could just use the back, but it doesn't look right. All right. Oh boy. I'll try that another time. I'm not into fussy cutting tonight. I just can't. Nope. Too faint. Didn't get it good. It's a little better. Okay. One more try. One more try. This is why I don't have 12,000 viewers. I get, what, 10, 12 at most usually? 8 right now. So we'll see how long this lasts me. I actually have a local person interested in a class, but I think if I do it, I think I'm going to do it like a card buffet. But I have to look into it a little more because I don't want to do a class if nobody wants to buy anything, which he kind of told me, yeah, people probably aren't going to buy anything. But at a card buffet, you have to. You have to buy the little card kits, right? I don't know. I've never done one. I've never done an in-person thing other than a one-on-one with the same person. Is that crooked too? No, that is straight. Yay. Okay. All right. I am going to actually use something, seal, I think, to tack this down. You usually do a card buffet. So how do you do that? You have pre-cut card stock and pre-die cut stuff, and then they have to stamp. You take the stamps there and they have to stamp it, and then if they want that stamp, they have to buy it. Well, yeah, right. Well, that is the thing. See, and she lives in the community where my mom used to live that was over 55. What should I do about these yellow things? I'm not sure I'm loving that yellow. But we're going to cover them part way up with this. I guess it'll be all right. All right, we're just going to do it because I'm getting tired. They pay for the card kit and assemble, but you can't give them stamped images, so they have to do the stamping, right? I mean, you can't sell, I guess you can sell whole cards, but not stamped images. But I told her I'm not going to do any of that until after my second shot, and then I'm still going to wear masks. But she's saying something about they need to make like 40 birthday cards for, I think, people in the development for the last 2 years or something. By June. So I'm thinking she wants to have it in May, which is right after my second shot. So we'll see. I have to figure out then what what cards I can make and how many and all that. What to charge. I have not done this before. Product-based class. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I really don't. I'm going to bump this one up. And the Dragonfly, too. I developed a product-based class a while back, and then I never got it launched. I did like 12 cards. What was that? I think that was for Ornate Garden. And it was a lot of work, which is okay. But I just don't feel like I have a big enough audience yet that people will buy it from me. I don't know. to make it worth my while to do those. Well, I have a fantastic upline, and she does, she collaborates with 2 other well-known demonstrators, and they do, I think I'm going to have just his little tail touch there so I can glue it down a little bit and then put these up on dimensional. And they do a training usually once a week, like an hour-long training. I don't always get to them. I haven't gone for a while because they're on Wednesday. So I probably shouldn't have changed my time to Wednesday, but it kind of works better for me to do that. Anyway, so they're really good. I just, I think it helps if you've ever been to somebody else's to see it, because hearing about it isn't quite the same as going to one or, you know, seeing one in action. And I never have. So I've seen team meetings and stuff. I guess that came out all right. You know, I'm not crazy about the yellow on it with the orange, but it's okay. I have a little boo-boo there. All right, I think I'm not going to do this one tonight. I just, and I don't know what to do with the inside of this. I'm just not, oh, you know what? I think we have Calypso Coral sequins. Let's put a few of those on. Let's see, because it just needs something up here. Thank you, Judy. Yeah, embellishments. Gotta have those embellishments. So we don't want Rich Raspberry. And we don't want Mango Melody. We want, I have to get another, I think I ordered another pack of these. These are carrying over. These are the Artistry Blooms adhesive back sequins. And I didn't use them for a long time. And then when I started using them, I'm like, holy cow, why didn't I use these before? They're so wonderful. Oh, except there again, I can't get them off the putty side. I'm going to put a big one up here. And a little one here. And let's see. Where do I want the next one? I guess just right down here. Right down here. There. I'm sure it did, Heather. You were on the right track. Break up the yellow. Yeah, just bring in a little, excuse me, a little more orange there. I could finger daub and put a little Calypso Coral in with the orange, but then I'll probably ruin the whole card, so I'm not going to bother. Oh. Oops, sorry. I just bopped you too. Oh, yay. What a mess. What a mess I am tonight. I seem to be a mess lately on my lives. I don't know what's going on with me. And I got inky fingers. So I should have the name Inky Fingers. I don't know. I had to think about this one some more, so maybe that'll be a future card. But I think I'm going to call it a night tonight. And let y'all go watch Gail or whatever while I clean up this mess. So here's our cards. Don't forget, if you're interested in anything in the month of April, clearance rack also still going on, as well as last chance products. Both for the annual catalog and then, which they say retiring soon on them. The ones that are retiring for the January to June, I don't think say that yet, but be aware that the end of June is the last for things like, well, not all of these because these are carrying over, but the Dragonfly bundle is carrying over as a bundle. The Garden Wishes one is carrying over, but not bundled. So the dies are separate from the paper. I think that's really cute. I really like that card. Thank you, Judy. Yeah, I don't know. It's just an off day. Yeah, it's from, I'm blaming the IRS. Made me do my taxes and that and something else weird happened today. It just kind of threw me. So anyway, All right, everybody. I think I have 2 collabs tomorrow, one of which I have made and the other one I don't. So we'll see what happens. And by the time they're supposed to go up. And I hope to see you again soon. I don't know. I guess, well, after that, it's the 15th, then the 18th. I have a collab on my other channel. And then Tuesday the 20th, and then live on the 21st. How's that? Thank you. Thanks, everybody, for joining me, and thanks for the thumbs up. Stay well and stay safe, and have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you, Paige. No, Heather. Hey, Jen, we're done. I'm getting ready to sign off, but these are the cards that we did. So if you want, you can watch replay or something. All right, everybody, I'm off for now. Thanks. Bye. Thank you.